I'm going to teach you how to create ebook covers with ChatGPT. Probably just 18 months ago or 2 years ago, it would require so much energy, time, effort, planning to create an ebook image. And now it can be done with just one single prompt. So I'm going to show you my process to do so in this video, and hopefully it will help you create your next ebook cover. As you can see here, I just went to ChatGPT and I said, I need to create an ebook cover image or ebook cover images for a website at varying angles and stuff. What prompts do I need? And then I said, give me singular prompts. So I didn't even say list it 1 to 10, so on and so forth. And it gave me 10 singular prompts that I can now create the 3D ebook cover image from. I'm going to start with this one. You'll see this right here where it says create image. You may have to click the 3 dots and then you'll see it. Mine just got updated, so I just see the create image button. I believe that this was even updated since March 25th because I saw an update within my ChatGPT earlier today. So I'm going to click this and then you'll see that there's prompts that will automatically propagate. We're going to paste the prompt that ChatGPT gave us. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it some information. So I'm going to say the title of the ebook is LinkedIn Marketing Strategy for Business. The author of the ebook is Shanae Murray. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll see what style it gives us and we'll be able to prompt it from there. So I'm just going to click enter and you'll start to see that it's generating the image. It says getting started. It starts to scroll here and it'll start to visibly reveal itself. Sometimes it takes upwards of a minute or two. Here we go. Obviously, because it's LinkedIn marketing strategy, it may give me blue. It may give me white. It's going to try to match LinkedIn, but this is where your prompting can come into play and where you could even give it your own ideas. I could also just say, keep it more minimalistic and use a different font. I'm going to click create image again, and I'm going to say, make the design more minimalistic. Make the font traditional. It'll change the style. And if I had an image of the style that I wanted, I could just give it an image. We'll get to that in a second. But it's just this is amazing. Just getting this where it's spelled right, it's a 3D render in a minute or less is pretty amazing. It's following the instructions. And that's what we always have to remember is that it's going to do what you ask it to do. So if you're not specific enough, then don't get frustrated at the AI. I could say, add my name to the spine, add the author's name to the spine of the book. So I'm going to get one of these now. In the meantime. So now it's 3D mock-up of the ebook laying flat on the table, angled from above, modern design, white background. Let's say I like this one, which if I ever do come out with a book, it's probably like the design is going to be so simple. I could click download and then it would download. I could also rate the image here. And as you can see here, it's added to the spine. Now, it's added to the spine twice, but I could be specific and just say, put my name on the spine once. But let's look at the other prompt now. So now it's going to be laying flat on the table, angled from above. And as you can see, I mean, it's fast, but it's not as fast as the text prompting. Obviously, it's creating images from nothing. Isn't this wild? But I could go through all of these prompts one at a time, and then I could get the images for something like a website. I could even say, watch, I could say, recreate this to be on a landing page where a bright red arrow is pointing to the ebook. But isn't this crazy? Look, it went above and beyond. It even created what it would look like, and I could tell it. I could say remove the words on the left in the button, or I could actually give it the words that I want it to include. I could say, make the button bright blue, and maybe even more specifically, make the download now button bright blue. This is mind blowing to me, and it's getting faster. It probably took like 3 minutes a few days ago to generate one image that was semi good. Now it's taking maybe 20, 30 seconds, and it's making the changes faster. It's understanding a lot more. So let's see if it makes the button blue. But as you could see here, it replaced the button. Now the marketing is a little bit, it did not spell marketing correctly, but I've noticed that if I go back and forth with it a lot, sometimes it's just better to give it exactly what you want because they could start to forget. You could see the memory starting to get a little. What I've had to do, like let's say that this one was a good start, I would download this and then I would start a new chat and then I would just give it the words. And that's just for now, right? I don't think that that will be the prompting necessary in a week or a month. But if it starts to get a little wonky, then just start a new chat. And again, I could download this and start a new one. The other thing is if you start with an image, so if you found an ebook that you really like, you could draw inspiration or, change this to say this. And that's the last one that I'll kind of test. So I'm going to click create image. And then this is the psychology of money and it shows a brain and stuff. I'm going to say, change this to LinkedIn marketing strategy. As you can see here, it keeps the same kind of sense or vibe, and we could completely change it. So we'll see. Isn't this crazy? So if I liked just this clean design, I could change the font, I could change the colors. But if I just liked the design, then I could start there and then I could say, change the brain for a camera, replace the brain for a camera or a video camera or something to represent video. It's crazy. So Emmanuel says we will never be able to trust any image again, which is why I'm telling you, if you are listening to me right now, if you're a founder, CEO, consultant, coach, you should really start to operationalize in your calendar a way to start going live, whether that's once a week, once a month. It's just a touch point for your audience to be able to know that you're real, you exist, see your vibe, be able to ask you questions in real time, because the distrust factor for anything else, really, especially now images. First, it was text. So much of text that we see is ChatGPT. There's so many signals that even if somebody, that's their thoughts and that's what they really believe, if it even feels or seems like it's written by ChatGPT, they put in no effort, some people could just discount it. And so now the same thing is going to happen to images. Then I'm telling you, it's going to happen to video. So your blue ocean strategy should be live video. I'm not the only one saying it. Gary Vee is now screaming at the top of his lungs about it. And you're either going to listen or you're not. And if you really care about your prospects and them finding you because you care about the results, you know that you can help them, then you will do what's in their best interest, and that is live video. Isn't this crazy? So we went from this, that's just a little inspiration, to now this. And I could change the font now. I could say, match my colors. We could change these words and we could just continue to build on it and then do a 3D render of it with the prompts that we got in the beginning. Isn't this wild?